Let's get right to it. I don't work with deep learning models that often. Most of my work is with structured data, and you know what the king is there. Right, gradient boosters. Like my favorite XGBoost. Now, if you're new to my channel, and you don't know that deep learning isn't used that often in the real world, then you do now. The two biggest use cases for deep learning right now are computer vision and NLP, and that's about it. Most real-world machine learning is modeling on structured data, and that's where gradient boosters reign. However, when I do need to create a deep learning model, I use Keras. So what's Keras? Keras is a powerful, easy-to-use, free open-source Python library for developing and evaluating deep learning models. Open source means it's free. Recall that a library can't live on its own. Keras wraps the efficient numerical computation in frameworks like Theano and TensorFlow and allows you to define and train neural network models with just a few lines of code. Right now, all the implementations I've seen in the real world are Keras on top of TensorFlow. That means you're authoring the models in Keras, and TensorFlow is doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. With the release of TensorFlow 2.0, Google has incorporated tf.keras as the preferred interface for core TensorFlow. Now be careful here, Keras can still live on its own. Google has simply incorporated the Keras library into TensorFlow. There are minor differences between tf-keras and Keras, but most will never see them. Now, do keep in mind that you can use TensorFlow without Keras and build everything you need there. Keras just makes it easier. LogikBot has a complete introduction to Keras as part of my path to becoming a machine learning engineer. Keras on top of TensorFlow is becoming the gold standard in the applied space. Let's look at some code. You should be able to tell me what we're doing here. We are importing load text from NumPy in the first line. On the second line, we are importing sequential from keras.models. What's that sequential keyword do? It tells Python that everything that comes next is a definition of my artificial neural network. It's a keyword in Keras that defines a container for our neural network. Psst. Interview question, you're going to need to know that. Next up, we are importing dense from keras.layers. What's that do? What does that keyword mean in Keras? The dense class from Keras defines a fully connected layer. Okay, what's a fully connected layer? Fully connected layers in a neural network are those layers with inputs from one layer that are connected to every activation unit of the next layer. I'll put a link to a video down below that defines all the core components of a simple artificial neural network. Okay, let's take a look at an end-to-end example. A great way to learn real-world machine learning is to pull out every single line of code and research what it means. Yes, it's tedious and time-consuming, but it's a great way to learn. Now, you might be thinking, come on, man, give me somewhere to start. Okay, find the comments in the code. The comments start with a $sign. The comments define the starting point of the sundry components. Can you find out where the Keras model is defined? Find the line of code that reads model equals sequential. There's that sequential keyword we learned earlier. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day. We'll see you soon.